the crowd. A lot of the crowd that were here earlier on are just relaxing at the moment. And because the both teams are coming through into this game and then into the next game, you don't get that influx of a new club like if Eagle Hawk are playing here today right now. There'll be an influx of people from Eagle Hawk. So it's pretty much, it'll stay still now till about halfway through this reserves game, Noel.
Yes, you would think so. And then the die-hard football follower will come in to watch the senior grand final. You will get supporters from all other clubs as you do year in and year out. But as you say, the ground will, the crowd will stay prominent, constant as it is now for the next couple of hours, and then we should get another influx of supporters later on.
We've got a game to call. It is the reserves between Gisborne and Sandhurst. It's the reserves 2024 grand final. It's brought to you by Grand Final Lives at Bendigo's Fresh FM, along with Don Small Goodies. Don is good. And Jason Westcott Builder. I hope you can stick around. We look forward to bringing you this contest. Then we go back into the big one this afternoon from 2:20. Dragons up against the Bulldogs. Time to get the reserves grand final underway from the famous QEO this afternoon. Michael Van Dorset on Bendigo's Fresh FM.
Thanks very much, Wallace. As the ball gets thrown in the air, first ruck tap out goes the way of Gisborne, but the ball falls to Sandhurst and they're getting away through. Quick tap out though by Stewart. He's been thrown forward early. Hands hot early for Jack Keating. Gisborne are able to work it out, and it's Nelda, the captain for Gisborne, getting a quick kick down the poolside wing. Nally gets the ball out for Sandhurst, and the ball stays in play. Hot contested ball early. Nelda works this one, and great smother by Keating, and the ball is out of play in the first minute of action on the outer side wing.
And look at the little boundary umpire come in to strut his stuff down there. He's going to come in a fair way. He's a young boundary umpire participating in a grand final. Well done to him. The ball comes back into play now. Roland's there, can't take it for the Dragons. Umpire's found a free kick. It'll come back to the Dragons out of side. They tried to pay advantage. Umpire said no, no, no. It needs to come back. It'll come right back to half back.
Yes, both sides have settled reasonably well in the first couple of minutes of the game. There's been plenty of pressure, making it difficult for quick and easy handling.
So Pinninger with the footy for the Dragons out of side of the ground. He goes towards attacking 50. Our player got pushed out. Umpire saw it. I saw it. Well, I saw it. The umpire must have saw it, I tell you. So Sandhurst at attacking 50 now. Deep. They'll go towards the goal square. Contest off players' hands. Ball fisted over the boundary line. We've played a minute and a half. Sandhurst deep into their forward line. The 2024 grand final on Bendigo's Fresh FM. Local footy lives at Fresh FM.
So the boundary umpire, congratulations to our boundary umpires, Wayne Cox, Charlie Bannon, Charlie Nelson and Harry Clapp for getting the game today. As it comes out, falls nicely for Robinson. Robinson doesn't get the ball onto his boot. Working their way through Zimmer. Great work by Wood to work this out for Gisborne. Kick going from Gisborne, heading up from Ramsey. And it was Nelda that brought it to ground, although that's not going to work out for the Bulldogs. Sandhurst are able to drag it back, and they're going to slam it inside, attacking 50 again. Good work there by Watson to work it through. Here's the first goal of the grand final, and it goes to Jasper Stewart. Stewart rode the pack beautifully and said thank you very much.
Yes, it was good football by Sandhurst there. They kept the ball moving from the turnover in the centre of the ground, and Stewart, he was on his bike, he was at the bottom of the pack, and he made no mistake with his snap-on goal, and that's his 20th goal of the year.
Score sponsor Jason Westcott Builder sees the Dragons get first blood in the grand final of the Reserves 2024, being played at the QEO this afternoon. Overcast conditions, 14 heading towards the top of 15. Ball goes back into the middle. Nola tried to win it out for the Bulldogs. Big tackling, nobody can break clear. Umpire will come back in. So pretty much, although it favours the grandstand side of the ground, pretty much still in the middle of the ground. Up they go to Ruckman at ground level. Sandhurst work hard. Bulldogs with numbers in the middle. They can get the ball back towards Minas. Takes it. Now centre wing. They can clear back towards centre wing. It's a short kick, but umpire said it was okay to Murphy.
as they've gone forward. Mings with the quick kick into attack, trying to find a way through. There was the Bulldogs. This ball will probably work out as a free kick for a push. No, the umpire says play on. Quick little toe poke there from Roland. Gets it outside of defensive 50 for the Dragons. Bulldogs, though, look like they're hunting in packs at the moment, trying to work their way through. Great smother off the boot. And a free kick for a high going Gisborne's way. And they're going to have Dunham with the opportunity to drive this ball into attacking 50. Although he takes a fair bit off it. Nice little chipping ball.
It was.
Gets to the 50-metre line. And Gisborne with the mark. Right half forward. Full side of the QEO. Kick going forward, not a shot at goal. Good effort there by Nally. And I think it was Steinbach that had the kick there. Nice little hit up lead.
It was good work by Gisborne there to keep the ball in their 50 when it hit the ground, but Sandhurst worked hard to stop them taking any advantage.
So the ball comes spinning back into play. Tapped one down there by Barak. The kick goes forward and it's offline. And we're through for a minor score. Score sponsor, Jason Westcott Builder. Sandhurst 1 straight 6, leading Gisborne 1 behind 1 point.
I like Michael's work too, talking about the Bulldogs hunting in packs, Norm.
Yes, that's usually the way the Bulldogs hunt.
Is it really? So Sandhurst will bring it up grandstand side. They've got loose players getting back, getting underneath the footy though. The ball fished over the boundary line was Robertson. He couldn't take it for the Dragons. Good defensive play by the Bulldogs and the ball will be thrown back in. Right in front of the grandstand. And I'm going to tell you, Norm, it's a packed grandstand. How do I know that?
Because you've been out and had a look.
No, I'm making it up because I can't see it. It's right beside us. But the ball comes back into play. You didn't tell me I had to be accurate. Picked up by Murphy for the Bulldogs. Shoots it towards the middle of the ground. Thomas is there. Takes it and then kicks to the outer side of the ground.
That he does. Ball sits nicely for Williams. That's Ed Williams. Goes backwards to go forward. Good kick. Good mark taken by Mins. So Mins is going to go back. Oh, not the greatest of kicks. As the runner just gets in the way. Sandhurst are off to the races. They've got the opportunity to go forward. They do now. Great kick out the back. It's going to sit. Is it for Crawford? Can he get the ball? He can't. And it's well done there by the Gisborne defence to try and work it out. And it's a quick kick out of there by Nickel. And it might work out, although it's working for Pinninger. He shovels it forward. They keep going. O'Farrell, that's Patrick. Another snap around the corner. Is this Stewart again for number 2? Jasper Stewart has his second goal and he's giving the double fist pump to everyone who wants to see it. Score sponsor, Daily Brick Laying and Construction. And it is the Sandhurst Dragons 2 straight 12 leading Gisborne 1 behind 1 point.
How good was that Keating run?
Oh, that was excellent by Keating then. He broke the lines and gave Sandhurst a chance, and Jasper Stewart always knows how to get the football, and when he gets it, he knows what to do with it. He made no mistake with that snap around the corner.
Yeah, great work, great call by Michael too. We're back in the middle. They go for it. Ruckman have been doing well in there. Sandhurst have bigger Ella and there. Free kick, it's going back to the Dragons. So their clearance work out of this centre has been really good in this first 7 minutes of the first quarter. Sandhurst now, they kick to a vacant half-forward line, ball at ground level, players darting in and out, a chance for Zimmer. He goes around the pocket, he's found his man. Nice work by Zimmer. And Sandhurst will have a set shot, 25 out, directly in front.
Yeah, Jed Zimmer, runner-up in the reserve best and fairest this year, and those sort of skills just show why he would have caught the umpire's eye during the year.
So Luke Crawford with the footy, and he'll kick. He should kick this. He's 20 metres out, directly in front. Sandhurst will lead by 11 points. We've played 8 into the first term, and he comes. He'll favour the right foot job part. Looks at it, rocks back. It's a goal. 3 goals straight. Sandhurst. Gisborne 1 point. We've played 8 into the first term. Score sponsor, Daily Bricklaying and Construction.
Yes, the Sandhurst boys are certainly up and ready for this game, and they've hit the ground running, making full use of the wind that they've got in this first quarter. And they're for me, the more determined at the football and been getting more of it and making better use of it.
Norm, you said you were trying to figure out who's going to kick the goals for Sandhurst. We've seen 2 already to Jasper Stewart. Luke Crawford getting in on the end of that one as well. So they're going to be throwing the magnets around.
Well, as you said pre-game, they've had all players in this side bar one kick goals this year. So that's probably a better situation than Gisborne are in with their 4 in the top 5.
So the umpire goes and throws the ball back up. Ball comes down. A couple of players slipping over at the wrong time. Local footy living at Fresh Bendigo.
Used to happen to me on the dance floor, that, Michael.
Did look like one of your
Very
dance moves.
Unfortunate.
As Murphy gets this ball going forward for Gisborne, and that's a good strong mark at centre half forward for the Bulldogs.
Murphy's been a good player too, Michael. He's been probably one of the Bulldogs' better players this quarter.
And it's Williams with the ball, and he's got 19 goals for the year for Gisborne.
But he's passed this one off. And poor checking, I think, by Sandhurst in that respect. Can't have someone leading up so easily like that from Luke Webber.
It was quite clever because he stood in the middle of 2 Sandhurst players, you're right, Michael, that weren't really paying enough attention.
So Webber directly in front, heading to Barnard Street end, left foot kick. The umpire works and works. He has through for a minor score. Score sponsor, Delhi Bricklaying and Construction. And it's Gisborne 2 behinds, 2 points. Sandhurst 3 straight, 18. 10 minutes gone, and that is the first quarter.
So Keating will bring the footy back in for the Dragons. They lead by 16 points. We've played 10 in the first term. Keating runs. He runs hard. He kicks long. Centre wing. Out of sight of the ground. The ball will land. Back in the middle. The Bulldogs are a chance. Loose handball. Will that be costly? Sandhurst have the numbers. Picked up by Montague. He gets it. He goes. There's Dragons running everywhere. In the goal square. If he can find the footy, he'll kick a goal. He did both. Sandhurst had 5 goals.
James Fleming.
And it was magnificent work. They had 3 players running at the goal face. All he had to do was control it. They had 4 goals straight. Sandhurst 24. The Gisborne 2 goals are 2 points. They're trailing by 22 points, Norm.
And that goal came from the centre of the ground where
turnover, wasn't it?
Brody Montague has been very good in and under, and he forced the turnover. The ball came out, and an excellent long kick which gave Sandhurst the chance.
So we go again. Congratulations to our central umpires as well. Steve Christensen, Cameron Nolan, Jeff Williamson. As there's a free kick given.
Another centre clearance, Mike, to the Dragons.
Yeah, the Dragons seem to be getting on top early. This one off the chest of the defence of Gisborne. Hunting impacts, well, the forward half pressure is absolutely phenomenal at the moment for the Dragons. Stewart there at the bottom of the pack is going to be wrapped up. And ball will be bowled up in the right forward pocket generally of the Sandhurst goal.
Yes, they've got it where they want it. The Sandhurst forwards. Umpire gets us back underway. At ground level, rolling. Umpire found a free kick. It'll go back for the Bulldogs. They can clear it half back. Will they bring it to the broadcast side? They will. Wood's in the back pocket. He takes it for the Bulldogs, and they make a clearance out of their defensive 50.
So Gisborne coming to commentary side. Good strong mark there by Doricic. And he's marked in front of Connor O'Farrell. He'll chip it back and find Nolder. Not the greatest of deliveries, but Ramsey's able to help out Simpson there. And they've worked it out to half forward left. This time it was Manders going further afield. And I think that's Patterson on the far side. Patterson switches it back into play. Trouble as Dragons get involved. And it's Rovere. Rovere goes with a forward kick by Gisborne. Good strong mark coming out and finding Tommy Colbert.
Yeah, their back line is doing some nice work as well, Michael. They're holding up, although they've got the aid of the wind in this first term.
That they do, but trying to find like the strength of it's probably the toughest part.
A couple of goals maybe.
Yeah, has this worked out to Andrews? Andrews on the overlap run, found Brancaziano. Brancaziano goes forward to Wood. He wants to give it back to Brancaziano, but he can't. He goes with a kick going centre half forward. Oh, good. I thought there was a mark being taken there, but it wasn't. Robinson couldn't quite hold on at the right time. The umpire's going to have to come in and ball it up. Centre half forward left for Gisborne.
He had a long time with that footy. Umpire said he didn't make it. 13 gone first term. Reserves grand final. Dragons well and truly in front. Umpire has found a free kick against Sandhurst. He said through the opposition ruckman out of the way. Can't do that apparently. So Nolda has the footy. They go long lead out there for the Bulldogs. Can't mark it though. It's at ground level. A lot of players around it. And umpire's found a free kick for a high tackle, Norm Jenkins.
It was. The Gisborne player went in for the football. The Sandhurst player came the other way, and the knee hit the Gisborne player in the head. So umpire probably correct there. Had the Sandhurst player gone to ground, there could have been a call for a trip.
So Gisborne have the opportunity here to answer back. The shot comes through, gets right to the goal line, and it's touched through from behind. And the kick came from Patterson. So they go to 3 behinds, 3 points. Sandhurst 4 straight, 24. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo. Score sponsored Don Smallgoods. Is Donny's good?
Well, magnificent kick, reaches centre wing, but the numbers are with the Bulldogs. They've taken a nice marking and can repel back into the middle. Can they build something? Means takes is around one player, around another, then goes long to the hot spot at centre half forward. Sanders with the numbers though, clear mark at centre half back for the Dragons. They lead 24-3. We played 15 into the first term of the 2024 grand final.
So Roland will go out to the attacking side of the ground, which happens to be the pool side. Rovere will get this one, work it nicely, find through Patterson. Patterson's just tapped the ball on. Gisborne going into attack again. All Dragons, but the ball pitches on its point. Trying to work it out there. Campbell for the Dragons. He works it out to a teammate, and they're going to come down the commentary wing. They've got the opportunity for a little sit. Ball turns nicely inboard for Gisborne. They're going to work this one out, are they? With good work there by Nickel. And they've worked out and got a good mark at centre wing. Brancatiano takes it.
Yes, gets it forward towards no one really. Smothered off the boot. Turnover caused Dragons go back into attack through Gillingham. Back into the goal face they go. Close to the line. It'll be fisted over for a minor score. Sanders' first point of today. They've made some big points though. They made 4 of them. 4-1-25 the Dragons. They lead Gisborne 3 points. We played 16 into the first term. Score sponsor Parsons Towings.
So Gisborne will come back through commentary wing. Thomas did well, both in the air and at ground level. First there, though, is Perez. Perez has got the ball, and the umpire, he's going to hand it back to the umpire. 5 games at reserve level for Oscar Perez this year, 9 goals.
I thought he's very polite to hand the footy back in.
And that's going to be...
It's a nice thing to do, Michael.
That's going to be a free kick for over the shoulder there to the Sandhurst ruck. Montague with a kick going forward, just high up and under, and
that's a shocker.
That was an absolute Barry Crocker.
Yes, we saw the use of that wind there. It just pushed it across and it kept going out until it went over the boundary line on the full.
It reminded me most of your kicks when you made it out of defence normally back in the day. Ball down the line he goes, it'll come off players' hands and go over the boundary line. Santos in control in the first term, 4-1-25. They lead the Bulldogs 3 points. A little breeze, probably 1 or 2, not nothing as Norm mentioned like has been in previous weeks. So Sanders have had a good first term. Umpire will get us underway. He's wearing a nice cap this afternoon, spins the ball back into play. Sandhurst at their attacking 50, not any longer. The fist from the footy for the Bulldogs sees the ball come down the outer side. Umpire said, he can't do much with it. A lot of tackling and a free kick, no free kick, and he'll take control of the footy. Right in front of the broadcast point, throws the footy in the air. The ruckmen do their business, and the ball will roll over the boundary line. So we played 18 into the first term. The Dragons lead 4-1-25 to Gisborne 3 points.
Hey Norm, check out the hair of the boundary umpire.
Yeah,
that's got better looks than all of us combined in this commentary box.
Well, certainly better than mine.
As that was just whacked forward there by Allett. Ball going forward for Sandhurst. They've worked it out nicely. Wharton with an opportunity. Sits for O'Farrell. Free kick for a throw. As it's going Gisborne's way.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is going to Harry Manders.
Umpire's right on the spot, so he's pretty keen to. He was only about 10 metres from the action to give the free kick.
Touch ball, the umpire said, play on. Oh, he's going to be run down. Just got a kick, if you could call it that in time. Good work, though, by Doricic in the phone box. Worked around Thinner. Thinner's kick, though, sits up beautifully for Roland to run onto it. He's been really good, although that disposal wasn't great. Thinner again goes back in. And Roland wraps him up and says thank you very much to the umpire coming and ball up.
You're right, Michael. He's been a good player. The Sandhurst defence have stood strong because they've only had 3 points conceded at this point. Murphy was good. He got out the hand pass. Can they do something with it? Patterson can run onto it. Now they're at half forward. Long penetrating kick for the Bulldogs. They really do need a goal. They've got it at centre half forward. It's at ground level. A lot of pack develops. Umpire will come in and take control of the footy. The good news for the Bulldogs, they are 30 metres out to the Barnard Street end. They're looking for their first goal at the 19-minute mark.
As they try to work their way through this attacking play, can they work it out and get it up? They can't. Good defensive pressure by Sandhurst, who are able to just hack it out of there. It should be enough. We've got about 5 seconds before the bell to see how they go, and they're going to work it out. And there is the time. It is Sandhurst 4-1-25 leading Gisborne 0-3-3 at the first break, with thanks to sponsor Don Smallgoods. Is Don is good. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo.
We will see if there's any advantage in this win in the second term. In the under-18s, it was Sandhurst 12-14-80-6 defeating Gisborne 2-5-17. 4-1-25 in the reserves, the Dragons, to Gisborne of 3 points. We'll be back with more grand final football on a delightful Saturday afternoon in Bendigo. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo. And I hope you're enjoying those footy frames from our sponsor. Quarter time at the QEO Reserves Grand Final 2024. Sandhurst had a really good first term. 4-1-25, kicking to the city end, to the Barnard Street end. Gisborne not so much. They kicked 3 points. Michael, goal kickers to quarter time for the Sandhurst Football Club.
Yes, we have Jasper Stewart with 2 and singles to Luke Crawford and James Fleming.
Norman, looking at some better players for the Bulldogs first term.
Yeah, better players in the first term. In no particular order, I thought Kane Minns was good around the ball. Jacob Murphy came into it late in the quarter. Doricic has done some good work but hasn't had a chance to hit the scoreboard yet, whereas he's the leading goal kicker of the league. Simpson, Brand Castiano and Patterson also had good quarters.
So Ellett was good in the ruck. Did you like him, Michael? 55?
Yes, I did. I did like
Roland, I know you liked, across half back, strong, got plenty of the footy. Thought Pinninger, along with Robertson, got his fair of the footy. They shared at the centres. They had a lot of good players. I like the way their back line really stood up. Norman, the score would indicate that they had a really good first term.
Well, the thing for me in that first quarter, Wallace, was they worked harder than what Gisborne did. When they didn't have the football, they got back. They had numbers behind the ball. When they went forward, they left their forward line open, and they also formed the wall to keep the ball in there when it went in. And for me, it was an excellent first quarter, both in offence and defence.
Yeah, Keating is also a really good player. Gets plenty of footy, likes to kick the footy in, likes to kick it deep and long, and really sets up them to get into their forward line as quickly as possible after kicking as well. They've got a good game plan at the moment. To me, at quarter time, they look sharper, they look quicker in the legs. However, they just might settle a little bit in this quarter, the Bulldogs. We'll see what they've got. They're kicking to the end. We think the wind, even though John Hunter, he'll be with you shortly, said it's gusting out in the middle of the QEO at the moment, but we'll see what happens in this term, Michael, as we're about to get the second term underway, as the crowd wander off the QEO. On the outer side there, they are taking their time, so we'll go through the scoreline. 4-1-25, Dragons, Bulldogs at 3 points.
Just quickly over at the netball as well, Sandhurst leading Gisborne there, 12-11 in the B grade. That's after Sandhurst took home the 17 and under and also B reserve games.
Yeah, it's still a tight contest. Let's get this second term underway. as the crowd just about disappear. You're listening to 2024 Grand Final football across Bendigo, across the world and across Australia too. I hope you're enjoying our coverage this afternoon. Michael Van Dorsa is about to get the second term underway at the QEO.
Well, once all the Sandhurst supporters get off over on that far side at the pool side of the ground, the umpire's just twirling the ball in his hands. Mentioned the field umpires and the boundary umpires for this grand final. Our goal umpires Nick Roffey and Dwayne Finch waved the score off at time. There's the siren to start the second quarter. As the umpire will come in and ball it up, and the tap goes down to Nolder. And there's a free kick off the ball being found, and it's going Gisborne's way. So Gisborne going to the right of your radio dial in this quarter. Going to attack first time. Good work there by Thomas to get a quick kick going forward, but sitting there in the hole was Calvert. Sitting in a culvert was Calvert, and he's worked it out to Nelly on the far side.
So Nelly back pocket for the Dragons, continues their great ball work, steady play, just chipping, looking for. I wonder if they think that wind may be a bit stronger than we think. They're happy to chip it out of defence. In the end, the boundary line wins. The ball rolls over the boundary line. They've chipped it outside defensive 50 though, the Dragons, and they lead in this second term 4-1-25 to Gisborne 3 points. So the umpire, with those magnificent locks that Michael's been talking about, gets us back in the play. Montague runs onto it, kicks it into space. Ball bouncing, picked up by the Bulldogs, who come back to attacking 50.
That they do. Ball hits the deck, but well done there by Barak, who gets the handball inside. Handball works out towards Thomas. They're overusing the handball here, Gisborne. They're going to worry it out of it if they're not in a hurry, with Mins kicking this one forward. And it's going to go out of play on the outer side underneath the scoreboard that reads Sandhurst 4-1-25, Gisborne 3 behind 3 points.
I think they're just trying to get someone in a better spot to kick it, Michael, but they just couldn't find the person.
And also when they looked up, all they saw was Sandhurst players in defence.
Yeah, close checking. Ball spins back into play, deep in the forward line for the Bulldogs in this term, still searching for their first goal in the second quarter. We played a minute. Umpire will come back in and take control of the footy. That'll be thrown back up. It's the 2024 Grand Final. Local footy lives at Bendigo's Fresh FM. Sun's out and about at the moment. It's a magnificent day. I can only encourage you to come down and have a look at the big game this afternoon. You won't be disappointed. Bulldogs will get a free kick in the back. High tackle, no.
It was the Sandhurst player in his endeavours to get to the football, went over the top of the Gisborne player, caught him round the neck, and the umpire was in prime position to see.
So, who is it, Michael?
Oh, I thought it was Adam Brancatiano.
Okay, we'll go with that. You might be right. He's played a pretty good first term. They're really looking for this goal. This will set them up for the quarter, Norm. Give them the confidence. Getting the first goal of this second term, Mike. He will miss. Is it him?
Yep.
Yes, it was Brancatiano.
Righto. So it's a minor score. So that's not the start they were looking for, though. A minor score takes them on to 4 points, trailing Sandhurst 25. We've played 3 in 2 this second term on Bendigo's Fresh FM, waiting for the ball to come back into play.
But it's been a better start in this quarter for Gisborne Wallace, because they've got the ball into their 50 and they haven't let it out yet. It hasn't been past the centre line since the ball was bounced 3.5 minutes ago.
No, you're telling me it's been there for 3 minutes, no? Because we've played 3 minutes. So Keating with the footy for the Dragons at full back.
So Keating, surveying the options, standing at the top of the goal square, runs out now, has an option in the pocket, finds Campbell, the only player that's playing today for Sandhurst that hasn't scored a goal this year in the reserves footy.
Well, he must be a good player, though, because I see that he's got a soup brand named after him in the supermarket, Michael.
Fair call as this ball goes out to...
Well, it's not easy to have a whole soup range. Tomato,
right.
There's pea and ham.
And we just finished winter too, so
yes.
Yeah, soups will be going cheap.
Coming to the quiet season, Michael, of the soup business.
That's why he's out there playing footy. As the ball to be spinning back into play in front of the netball courts. Oh, just taking that beautifully out of the ruck was Nolder. Handballs it forward. Can Gisborne get on the end of this one and find an opportunity? No is the answer. And it's going to be wrapped up. The player there getting off the bottom of the pack was Martin Layden. And the umpire will ball up.
Yes, Norm's still counting. 4 minutes we've spent in this zone, Norm.
It is, yes.
But no goals.
No, good work by Sandhurst so far. They've been able to clog it up.
Yes, a bit of a waste of time. They can't get a goal. Hacked out of the pack. A shot at goal now goes through for a minus score.
They're coming from Barak.
Yes. Oh, gee. He was under pressure, though. He got underneath to kick, and in the end it faded across. So 5 points on the board to Gisborne. No goals. Sandhurst had 4-1-25. So Sandhurst lead by 20 points. We've played 5 minutes into this second term on 2024 Grand Final Day. Ball will come back in through the Dragons. As Norm mentioned, they haven't traversed the centre at the moment. They like to go short. They continue to do that trend at the moment. Campbell's over there. Can they clear now? They have to put it across half back. O'Farrell takes it, bangs it on the boot and gets it out towards half back.
So Robinson will go down the poolside wing. Marks spilled a couple of times there for Gisborne. That's going to come back and be a boundary throw-in.
We saw that a few times in the under-18 game too, where players spun around to kick and went over the boundary line with the ball, Michael.
Yeah, we did. It's just pretty much a hazard, I think, out there.
Yeah, it is a hazard over that way. The boundary line must be a bit closer than what the players think.
It's right where that sign, homemade sign, you don't see a lot of those on the fence now, and it says Dragons and it's got balloons each side. Good work for listening in the crowd.
So the umpire spins this one back into play. Nolder again takes it out of the ruck, but I don't know if there's any way, shape or form he's getting a huge amount of contest out of just taking it out of the ruck work. The natives getting a little bit restless out there on centre wing.
Yeah, they weren't happy about something took place there, so the umpire throws it back up. Can we get some action? Hasn't been free flowing at the moment. Sanders like to do something through Robertson. He shoots it up towards half forward. Can't control the footy though. Bulldogs with control bring it back in towards the middle, out of defence.
As Gisborne do come forward, the ball pitches and goes the way of Sandhurst, running straight into Montague was his Sandhurst teammate there in Nelly, and this has just been hacked out of there by Butler. Pinniger now on the wing, sidesteps around a couple, goes on his left, doesn't get through or just gets through Heath Simpson. Ball up and down, and we're going to see a ball up as the umpire comes in. And ball up. Ball that's not really going too far, Norm.
No, it's going nowhere at this stage, and I feel Gisborne haven't got the confidence in their forwards because they're not prepared to put that ball in.
Like my career, Norm. Ball chipped towards the forward pocket though. They're into attack at last. Norm Sanders player, O'Farrell takes it, goes in towards the pocket, can't find the players looking ball. Ball shot out towards centre half back.
Excellent
Big tackle. Michael liked that tackle right from the start. You know what it meant, Michael? Free kick coming to the Dragons. You like that tackle?
Oh, he just held on. It was by probably the length of his little finger, but he held on by it.
And swung the player right around so he couldn't really do much with the footy.
Yes, he was able to grab the jumper around the arm where you got that little bit of loose fabric and was able to hold on.
Jet Zimmer with the footy, wearing number 19 this afternoon. He'll kick for Sandhurst's fifth goal. He kicks from 35, he rocks back, it goes straight through the guts. It's a big goal in a grand final. Sandhurst continue the trend, even though the ball spent 5 minutes up the other end of the ground. They get the first goal in the second term. They move on to 5-1-31 to Gisborne, 5 points. Score sponsor Bendigo City Framers.
Yeah, Gisborne have got to be prepared when they're coming forward to get that long kick into the forward 50 and hope for a good mark or a kind bounce. I mean, you keep losing it on the half-back flank and after a while it's going to go to the other end of the ground.
Sometimes even just the hack kick in forward works just as well. There's another tap down for Allett.
I was specialised in when I was playing.
I would have too if ever I played. As the ball comes forward as a free kick going Gisborne's way. Just a quick score update over in the netball. I reckon that's second quarter, 19-16 Sandhurst. As they chip this one over the top, Allett has to go and play the role of the rover. It's probably not where you want your ruckman.
He did quite well.
Did really well to just trap it in there, and I think we're going to see a ball up.
Norm likes his game this afternoon.
Yes, he's been very influential. He's got his hand on most ball ups.
Oh, how about that for Murphy? Just draw working the way through. Montague, though, got in the way. Got a quick handball across to Keating. Keating's got players running, trying to chase him down. He gets the good kick. Oh, almost a mark there. Take it to Roland. They're working it out nicely, though. Roland with the quick hands. Good kick by Keating. He's been dumped unceremoniously at the end after he kicked it. And I think it's going to be a downfield free kick.
Would have to be downfield, Norm.
Yeah, it's got to be, because it was after he kicked. Although if he was inside the 50, it would have gone back and been a shot on goal for himself. But because it was outside, it's a downfield free kick.
So I thought it was James Vlamick that was going to get it, but he's handed it off to one of his teammates. Sandhurst have got their 6th goal. That was not the greatest of great kicking styles, but it worked out nicely. And it's a goal to Hayden Gillingham.
Yep.
Score sponsor, Parsons Towings. Sandhurst 6-1-37. Gisborne 5 behinds, 5 points. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo.
Yes, once again another poor handball, Gisborne. They've got to get the ball on the boot, get it forward to give themselves a chance. Too many handballs, too much control of the football, and you lose it.
Yes, ball into the air. Sandhurst have the answers at the moment. Not many questions coming from the Bulldogs, although they shoot it up to centre half forward. Again, Sandhurst with the numbers. What are you not happy with?
I thought the Gisborne player had first grab on that, and then the Sandhurst player had second.
Barber takes it. You're not umpiring, not.
No, I know.
You're calling the game this afternoon. They chip it around again. Nelly deep in defence for the Dragons. They try to set something up. Now Nelly goes out defensive 50. Good kick too. Found the target. Robertson can take it, and away they go to Keating. Keating overcooked that ball. Couldn't mark it. Murphy goes in for the Bulldogs. Playing a big game, Murphy, but time he gave away a free kick. And away go the Dragons out of defence.
That they do up the boundary line. And Gillingham can't quite bring that one in. So it's out of play, the outer side, in front of the Kangaroo Flat South Bendigo tents. As the Sandhurst under-18s go below us. The commentary position, another tap out there to Allett. Quick kick though, read by Gisborne, and they're going forward yet again. So the barbecue's taking full effect out here too. So make sure you do come down for a nice barbecue. As this one's out the back, and it's sit nicely for Gisborne. There's 3 Sandhurst players, and make it 4. And now the Gisborne attack arrive, and help has come, and it's gone through for a goal. Great work from Gisborne to just work it nicely. Against the guy with the moustache. Well, there's a couple of them there. Good on you, Michael. It's kicked it, and I just can't quite pick it up at this point.
He's just had a drink of water now.
6-1-31 Sandhurst, while Michael looks for that player to Gisborne, bringing up their first goal, 1-5-11. Problem is, it's taken 13 minutes into this second term.
Yes, it's better work by Gisborne. Then they got the ball in long, and they got the advantage.
Did you find him, Michael?
I did. Tom Wood.
Tom Wood it was. He did well to get Gisborne's first goal. Can they back it up with another one? They bring it out of the middle. The Bulldogs attack the footy. Can't take it though. Sandhurst work hard. Murphy goes back in, all over the footy, and the umpire will come back in and take control.
I think it was Ed Williams helping him out there too before as well.
So they've got their first goal, 11 plays 37, with the Dragons in control in this second term in the reserves grand final. Bulldogs trying to find something, trying to find a spark for a start. They try to get it out through their player there and shoot it up towards full forward. No mark though, play at the back of the ball. Thought he might have had it for a moment. Sanders had a chance. Montague takes it up back, goes one way, then the other. Finally gets it under the boot, goes up and under, big kick. Umpire's found a free kick.
Yeah, going Sandhurst way for a big shove out the back. 24's on 24. As Mins got O'Farrell.
on 24.
Patrick O'Farrell sucking in the deep.
getting some help from the Gisborne crowd.
Yeah, being told to move on. Well, that is a great mark taken by Pinninger.
Was.
Said well, I was going with Will, I think. Will Pinninger. Good mark coming in from the side. Centre wing. Commentary side. As the Gisborne crowd asking how long. And to be honest, I feel like they're giving them a fair time too, to be honest.
Yeah, well, it's a bit of a personal question, that one, so I don't think we've got the right to ask that.
Patrick O'Farrell sidesteps around his opponent, drives it into attack. Can they find a mark here, Sandhurst? No, they can't. At the fall of the ball, it was going to be Layden, but that one bounced at the wrong time. Boundary umpire almost gets in the way there of the Gisborne players streaming forward. This kick's going to pitch and just dribble outside. That wasn't out of bounds on the full in any way, shape or form, and it would have been really disappointing if you had given it, because Connor O'Farrell had no right to be calling that out on the full.
My answer would have been long enough. 37 plays 11. The ball to come back into play. We've played 15. The umpire gets us back underway. Centre wing in front of the grandstand, as Michael mentioned. Close to the boundary line, fighting for the ball. Montague not there. I'll tell you who is. Oh, the Sandhurst player just thrown on the ground. Oh, he might have staged it a bit, I would think. So it was Montague. A pretty good performance. Not quite Oscar Ventura, but pretty close to it. So after all that, free kick will go to Nolde across half back. Can he set them up? He goes back. So the defensive side of centre at the moment, trying to set something up. Now they can go into the guts and find a teammate for the Gisborne Football Club.
They do, and they're going to drive this one into attack. First, Gisborne will first at the ball. Play going on. Great work at ground level was Colbert. They're trying to force it out here are the Dragons. Players get caught up left, right and centre. Williams in trying to get these players throwing themselves all over the place. We're going to see a ball up in front of the Gisborne bench. Just quickly, score update across at the netball. Sandhurst 25, Gisborne 24 in the B grade. That's getting nice and tight.
It is. Umpires found a free kick because there's been a... Look, honestly, the umpire let that scrimmage go too long anyway, and that's caused the frustration of the players in the first case. It should have blew the whistle a long time ago. Dinner has the footy for the Bulldogs. Outside attacking 50. They're trying to do something here. He'll go big into a... Player goes up. Sanders player nearly marked that ball. It jolted out as he hit the ground. The umpire will come back in and take control of the footy. Mark, Norm?
Yeah, Brody Montague, I thought it was. It was... showing his experience, getting in front of that pack. He took it to ground, and I thought he had it long enough.
Umpire didn't agree, so we've got a ball up. Umpire will let it go there. There's a bit of action now. The umpire needs to be right on and let the players clear it quickly and not let the ball roll around ground level before he makes up his mind what he's got to do. Sanders in defensive mode, though. They're at a defensive 50 again. We've had 3 ball-ups, Michael. You take it. 6-1-37, the Dragons. They lead in the 2024 Grand Final, 1-5-11, the Bulldogs.
Roland with the tap out. We're not going anywhere further.
That's 5.
We're at right half forward, heading to the city end of the Queen Elizabeth Oval. Roland up against Barak again. It's slowly going Sandhurst's way.
That's 6.
You keep count. I'll tell you what, the umpire is going to have to change in a minute.
What happens after 6 tackles in a rugby league game, Noel?
Well, let's change over.
Yep, that's it. There's this one. Murphy tried to...
7.
That's 7.
Well, there's the 7th. All right, hand over.
This is perfect for Sandhurst at present, eating up the time with Gisborne having their use of the win.
And, of course, Elizabeth Taylor had 7 husbands. Michael.
I had no idea about that. That's before my time. As this one is on ground.
She married one of them 3 times, by the way.
We're up to number 8 and the ball hasn't moved.
I'll tell you what, I reckon you're right though. Sandhurst will be loving this.
No, that's right.
What are we, 18 minutes and 28 seconds as a quick kick comes out of that by Trotter. The work for Sandhurst though. Turn around the border, around the corner. And Thinner's going to go back and take the mark, and he's going to have another opportunity to go inside attacking 50. He does that, flying high at the back. They can't work it out. Quick kick from the Gisborne attackers. And just trying to pick up who that was.
52.
It was Ramsey.
Yep.
And they've kicked another behind. 1-6, 12 plays 6-1-37. We could say bad kicking is bad football. but you are on local footy. Local footy is at Fresh Bendigo.
Yes, they've had plenty of use of the ball in their forward 50 in this second quarter, and have shown that the breeze or wind has been keeping the ball down this end of the ground, but they haven't been able to make the most of it.
Ramsey must be a good player as well. He's got a street named after him, Michael, in Neighbours. So the ball will come back into play. Perez at fullback for the Dragons. They lead 37-12, 19 gone second term. 2024 grand final. Magnificent kick, clears defensive 50. Big mark. Whoa, Sandhurst. Reckon so, Farrell. Norm?
I think you're right, yep.
Across half back was a superb mark. And right in the little pack, Michael's got the glasses on. He'll confirm or deny it. Probably deny it, because I said who it was. Yeah,
Colbert,
that was my next choice, Michael. Just about to go there. And then I had another 16. The boundary line wins as the siren goes for half-time. Sandhurst had a good second term. Bulldogs didn't really impact in that quarter on the scoreboard, at least. Sandhurst lead at half-time, 6-1-37 to Gisborne, 1-6-12. Your thoughts, Norm?
Well, I thought that Sandhurst played that well. They kept the ball on the swimming pool side, which has been the non-scoring side of the ground throughout these final series. They played it well. They got numbers back behind the ball. They were able to run forward, but Gisborne, to their credit, put a wall across the centre to keep it in their forward 50 for probably 90% of that quarter, but just weren't able to get close enough. Sandhurst, their tackling pressure's been great. They've been able to keep the ball on the ground and made it difficult for the Gisborne side.
We recruited him from Deakin Reserve this afternoon. Michael Van Dorsen will look at some scores in netball as well. Michael's been an exciting contest over there. Sandhurst having a good day in the netball courts.
They are. They've won the first two, and they're 26-24 up on Gisborne in the B grade. So that one's going to go down to the wire.
Yes, in the under-18s, it was Gisborne 2-5-17. Sandhurst 12-14, 86. In the reserves, it's Sandhurst 6-1-37 to Gisborne 1-6-12. The big game comes your way at 2:20 this afternoon. The big game we talk about is between the Bulldogs and the Dragons. We look forward to the great contest with John Hunter, Jason Stevens, along with Cam Power and Michael Van Dorsen on the boundary line. Let's take a break. We'll be back with the second half of the 2024 Reserves Grand Final in a moment. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo. About to get we are just underway in this third term. Sandhurst leads 6-1-37 to Gisborne 1-6-12. Michael Van Dorsen on Bendigo's Fresh FM 2024 Reserves Grand Final.
Rory Ellett with the tap down, but Sandhurst have won a free kick. They drive into attacking 50 up the back. Crawford, who was doing a few stretches just before that siren blew, worked out though. Mins is working hard. Play going on. Snap around the corner from Montague is there. Wow, that made us wait a little bit to get that one, but how about that from Brodie Montague? Picks up his first goal, and it is Sandhurst 7-1-43, leading Gisborne 1-6-12. Score sponsor, Rural and Outdoors Castlemaine. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo.
Yes, and that quick start by Sandhurst there's caught the scoreboard unaware. They still say 6-1, but it is 7-1, and great work. We know what Brodie Montague can do at senior level, and he's just as good at reserve level too.
Yeah, that was a really good kick. So back in the middle for the Dragons. Can the Bulldogs respond? They haven't been able to too much today. 6-1 plays 1-6. Norm says this should be 7-1. Free
should
kick.
It should be 7-1.
Yep, going in towards the middle, and the Bulldogs can clear towards their half-forward line.
Sorry, Wallace, as Brand Cazziano works this one out towards the side, to the pool side. Wood found Trotter with a looping handball over the top, and I reckon that ball's going to go out of play on the outer side, as the boundary umpire does say he's going to throw it in.
And the scoreboard has caught on the Norm, and they've gone to 7-1, Norm, so I hope you're all right. Haven't led them astray. You confident?
Yes, very.
All right.
Right,
7-1 plays 1-6.
I've got mine too, so it's okay. We're both on the same page, you and me.
No, well, you got different books. You can't be on the same page.
Both towards the back end of the book from 2020.
Very much so.
Yes.
Zallett tries to spike it forward. Montague's going to take the mark inside the field of play, just in front of that kangaroo flat tent. Out the pool side of the QEO. So it's playing down back as well as up forward. Montague crushing the pack there was Crawford again. Been pretty handy for the Dragons, and this is going to be a hurried kick by Brancaziano. And players combining out there. Montague, and I reckon that was Patterson in the long sleeves out there.
So the ball will be thrown back in, out of sight of the ground. We have the Dragons 7-1-43 to Gisborne 1-6-12. So ball back into play now. Trying to do something, Bulldogs. A big pack of players around the umpires, letting it go. Scrimmage, can they get out? Dragons, Nelly takes it, gets it onto the boot. Now they can move it up towards half forward. That's a good move as well. Wharton comes in, takes the ball. Wants to play on, non-stop footy from the Dragons. They go long, they go deep in towards their forward line, but the numbers are with the Bulldogs. They can clear out a half back. They've got it on the back flank. Short kick was smothered in the end. Could be a turnover here. Sandhurst player goes in hard. He's gang tackled, and the umpire will come back in and take control right in front of the scoreboard. Sandhurst kicking to the city end. Umpire gets us back on the way. Throws the ball into the air. Player looking for a free kick for the Dragons. The high tackle might have been applied. Umpire said no. No high tackle, no free kick. Give it back to me. 7-1-43 Dragons. Bulldogs 1-6-12. We played 3 into the third turn 2024 grand final. A shot on goal goes across the base, and it will go through by Layden for 1 point for the Dragons. So they move on to 7-2-44. The Bulldogs 1-6-12. We played 3 in the third term, the reserves grand final. Michael Van Dorsa.
This ball's gone out of play on the outer side.
I reckon the wind grabbed it, Michael, right towards the end of that. So it looked comfortable for a while, but in the end it went over the boundary line.
Well, you can have a look at the trees just
That's a
on the outer
tree, I think.
Yeah, the peppercorn tree out there. Normally it's quite blowing quite freely.
It's a lot stronger now than it was in the first half.
So tap one down there by Barak, who looks like he's been thrown into the middle, and for the ruck clearance. Handball up from Montague. He's starting to get his hands on it a fair bit more.
Right.
Great work by Robinson to try and work this for Sandhurst. Gets onto his right, kicks for shot at goal. Is there an opportunity? Goes to the far side and it's through for a behind. Sandhurst peppering the goals at the moment. 7-3-45. Leading by 33 points, 1-6-12. Score sponsor JB Restumping. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo.
I reckon Norm picked Bulldogs. They've got a bit of work to do, Norm. Ball at the back of the pack. The eludes. Campbell can't take it. They're in defensive mode at the moment. The Bulldogs, Sanders have the numbers. They work hard. Gee, they work cleverly too. They can get it towards their half-forward line. Off the boot it goes from Keating in towards the pocket. But it's out of bounds on the full. The ball will come back in. So we played 5 minutes into the third term. 7-3-45 the Dragons to the Bulldogs 1-6-12.
So they go in, and that is not the greatest of kicks, and that is a mark being paid.
What's going on there, Michael?
Jasper Stewart kicked 2 in the first. In fact, kicked the first two goals of the game. Now he's got an opportunity for his third.
Kicked it straight to him.
We reckon, Norm?
Yes, that was trying to take advantage, but not the place to take advantage. Across goal, straight up the corridor, and if you do that, you've got to be pinpointing it wasn't.
So Stewart comes in, right foot shot at goal. He says, thank you very much. I will take 3. And it is 8-3-51, playing 1-6-12. Score sponsor, Rural and Outdoor Castlemaine. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo.
If I go straight up the corridor, I end up in the bedroom, not having a shot at goal, no.
No, well, that's true, Wallace, but here on the ground, if you go up the corridor, it's the easiest way home, and that gifted Sandhurst a goal. That was the worst start to this quarter that Gisborne could have.
You're writing them off, Norm?
No, I'm not writing them off.
You're
just
not?
said that's the worst start of the quarter they could have had.
I would start writing if I was you. Umpire with the ball. back in the middle. What's that big bang? Is that the Big Bang Theory, Mike?
No, that was Harry Manders getting really frustrated.
He was the short pass.
Not happy. Ball at centre half forward for the Bulldogs. Fighting hard for the ball down there with Williams. Big pack. Now umpire will come in eventually. Centre half forward though to the... Makes a big noise though, doesn't it? To the...
I hit the roof.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you noticed that.
Barnard Street end. The Bulldogs into attack.
Smothered kick there from Williams. It's going forward for the Dragons. Montague with his head over the ball. Did he get one high? No, but he went back and got it, and he's gone to ground. The umpire's going to come in and ball it up. So 3 goals to Jasper Stewart. Singles each to Vlamic, Crawford, Gillingham, Montague and Zimmer for the Dragons. Gisborne trying to work this one out. That one just jumped ahead of Doricic, who hasn't got a goal as yet. And Sandhurst win a free kick, and then they're going to come Coventry side again. Great work to get to the front there was Keating. Keating is surveying his options. He's trying to go as far forward as he possibly can, take the aid of the breeze at the moment. And I'm not 100% sure if it's the great way home, but it might work out for them. The ball taking 3 or 4 left turns. The umpire lets it go. Trotter can't complete the mark for Gisborne. He quickly got the handball off to Minns. Minns, the handball across again. Steinbeck can't get there. And a handball from Robert. Doesn't hit Steinbeck at all.
No, well, I think Robert was doing the look-away hand pass, but his teammate wasn't watching for the look-away hand pass, Michael.
No,
he was looking away. So it was a bit of a disaster. Ball will be thrown back in right in front of the broadcast point. Again, they're under heaps of trouble, the Bulldogs. Defensive 50. Umpire will come back in and take control. So Sandhurst lead this contest. In the third term, we played 7 minutes. The 2024 Grand Final, 8-3-51 to 1-6-12. Ball at ground level. Chance for Sandhurst player to take it now. And through Robertson, played well deep into the goal square. He goes, no mark for player's hand. Rolls over the boundary line to be thrown back in. So deep into attack. 8-minute mark, third term, 2024 Grand Final. The Dragons, 8-3-51. They leave Gisborne 1-6-12.
That one goal going to Tom Wood, 13-minute mark of the second quarter for Gisborne. As that one's been smacked out of there by Nolder, who's tried hard all day. Found a way through to Williams, and Williams gets the ball escorted over the boundary line.
Yes, lost it over the boundary line as he was tackled.
What do they have to do, Gisborne, do you reckon, Norm, to get back into this in some way, shape or form?
Well, they've got to look for teammates up the ground and use foot more than handball, I believe.
As they're trying to work this out.
That's me, Michael. Kick
all right,
goals.
Kick how many?
6 or 7.
6 or 7,
Quickly.
Murphy with a quick kick going forward. I get the feeling the kicking part is the way forward, and that's better to work out. They're working it out nicely. Patterson in some space, although he did handball at that time, and they just keep on going to Gisborne. Can it sit there for Wood? It does. Has to sidestep around 3. Gets the chipping ball to find Patterson. Will it sit for him though? He does keep it going, and they've just run out of space there. Nelly was able to shore up the defence there for Sandhurst. And
the defence has been really good for Sandhurst.
But the ball handling today, Sandhurst's been a lot more proficient with their ball handling than what Gisborne has been.
So grandstand side, left half forward, right on attacking 50 for the Bulldogs. Ball thrown in. It was deep though. A lot of players got around it. Ball went into the air a long way. Coming down underneath it was Keating. Takes the mark. Played a good game, Keating. Don't you worry about that. Montague's loose. Goes to that player. Takes the mark in the centre. Sandhurst want to go. They want to go quickly. Montague also runs his distance. He's played a great game too. Kicks it up towards centre half forward. Crawford was the target, couldn't take it. Big crunch tackle, and the umpire will come in and take the footy. Sandhurst have the ball at centre half forward, kicking to the city end. They lead at the 10-minute mark of this third term, 8-3-51. Bulldogs 1-6-12.
It looks like the Bulldogs are going to win this one out. Ramsey, great work to find Steinbeck. Steinbeck with the nice little kicking ball up to the centre wing position, pool side. His kick goes and finds Thomas. Thomas, what's he got in front of him? Not a lot, but he does have Murphy screaming for the ball in centre, and he gets to him now. Murphy marks, and now he's got nothing really to go to except chip to the side and find Mins. Mins could come across again if he wanted to find Nolder. He's done that, and then Nolder can go down the line. So they are working this one out nicely. Great work there by Young. It's Darcy Young to try and find some space, but now there's all Sandhurst back, and this is only going to go to the hotspot, although two Sandhurst players mess it up for each other. Lucky they had the fall of the ball, and I think that's Falcon, one of the Gisborne players. As this has gone out the back, it's going to work its way through to Crawford. Crawford versus Bretherton. Bretherton got there and then didn't get it. Ball didn't come up for him. Ball worked it out. It's through to Nolder again. Nolder has Andrews running shotgun with him. You better take over here. Although I reckon the ball's going to find a way out of play in front of the Gisborne Bulldogs bench.
Did well, Michael. I thought you were going to blow up there for a moment.
So did I.
Couldn't get a breath. They wouldn't stop playing for you. They're very unkind.
I think Brethen's got one of his fingers dislocated after that last little contest where he had to go hard at the football.
12-minute mark, third term, 51 plays 12. Sandhurst doing it nicely at the moment in the grand final. A chance though for Trotter, takes it for the Bulldogs, heads down towards their half-forward zone. Again, Sandhurst with the numbers, the boundary line wins, the ball will be thrown back in. Left half forward to the Barnard Street end. The Dragons lead 51-12.
So we'll see the ball come spinning back into play. And there's going to be a free going Gisborne's way. Advantage being taken by Andrews. Quick kick forward. A couple of Sandhurst players going, why was that blown and then not blown advantage quick enough? But the mark's being taken by Thomas. Where does he need to start this ball, Norm?
He needs to start at the left-hand goal post.
And watch it work back. So we'll see how good Norm Jenkins is as Jane Bunn. The wind's going that far. As Thomas comes in, does pretty good, although it caught a lot of wind there. Must have got too much wind, I reckon, Norm.
Yeah, well and truly.
As Gisborne move on to 1-7-13 to Sandhurst's 8-3-51 score. Sponsor Parsons Towings, local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo.
Perez with the footy. Hope Norm doesn't have that problem. I've seen him tucking into a pasty before. It's not a big broadcast box. Perez, shocking kick off the boot, and the ball will come back in, Norm. What took place there?
Well, he tried to do a torpedo and he didn't get onto it properly, fell straight in the arms of a Gisborne player, and a lovely chip forward to, as you find in this days when you've formed a zone to a loose player.
Yeah, it was a really funny looking kick. I believe it's Williams with the footy for the Bulldogs. He's lining up. They're desperate to get their second goal. He'll run in, a little skip, a right foot job punt to the Barnard Street, and umpire rocks back. They've got two. The comeback's on. Let's hope they can get back-to-back goals for the game's sake. Sandhurst not so much. They're happy to see them sit where they are at the moment. A disappointing kick out by Perez, turnover cause and a goal. 8-3-51 Sandhurst, Gisborne 2-7-19. Score sponsor Bendigo City Famous, no?
Yes, Perez had three teammates clear out on the wing, and he tried to give it everything to get it to them. Didn't make good connection, and it fell straight in the arms of Gisborne. Lovely chip forward, and a lovely finish there by Edwards.
So with ball back up in the middle, Sandhurst will go forward with a tumbling ball again. Gets out the back, snap around the corner, has got too much on it. Oh, took a nice little off break there too. Was that, was this?
It was Stewart.
I'll tell you what, that's not a bad effort. 8-4-52, playing 2-7-19, score sponsor, Rural and Outdoors Castlemaine.
Ball back into play. They favour the grandstand side of the ground. Going up high, couldn't control the mark of Butler. Still with the numbers though. Bulldogs can traverse out a half back and go towards centre wing. They don't have the numbers though. Coming in Sandhurst with the numbers centre wing. So they'll go back in towards their attacking 50. Long by Nelly. Goes long to centre half forward. Big pack, no mark. Umpire will come in and take control of the footy. 52, the Dragons. The Bulldogs 19. We played 15 minutes into the third term. You're on Fresh Footy across Bendigo and Central Victoria. Hope you're enjoying your grand final day wherever you may be. Ball spills out the back. Umpire calls play on, a chance the ball to be run over the boundary line. Trotter's there though. He takes it. They can clear out a half-back now and bring it down towards half-back flank right in front of the broadcast point where the ball rolls over the boundary line to be thrown back in. 52 plays 19. Dragons in control. 16-minute mark, third term.
Quick score update over at the B grade netball. Sandhurst 39, Gisborne 39. This is getting tight over at the netball court. So that's a good one for them. As Murphy picks this up and goes for a bullocking run. Went too far. He does seem to.
When he gets it, he likes to bust through and have a run. He's so tired he's brought himself off.
You just saw it right as the ball comes spinning back into play just in front of the interchange gates.
He didn't punch anything either, Michael, that time. He sat down.
No.
He's not upset.
He's all right. Bendigo gets involved. Works for Nolda. Kick going forward. First there was O'Farrell. That's Connor O'Farrell. His kick, not great. Ed Williams there trying to work out. He's been pushed off the ball. And the umpire's going to come in and ball it up on the outer side. Ball side, 17 minutes gone in the third quarter. It's 52-19 Sandhurst way.
So the ball comes back into play now, outer side. Sandhurst have a chance though. They can clear it up towards their centre wing. Oh, big pack crunch. Umpire said it was okay though. Our ball repelled and the Bulldogs outer side send it towards attacking 50.
That they do, and ball goes up. Great mark there, Connor O'Farrell.
Wonderful.
He's been fantastic down back today.
Yes.
As he kicks out to centre wing, commentary side. Good shepherd applied. Probably could have given it off. Was to the runner. Good work here by Roland. Roland with the left foot, snap around the corner. Who's going to be the first one there? The ball pitches. It's going to go up and down. They should have probably just tried to tap it back, Sandhurst, but in the end, it's been rushed through by Harry Manders. And it is a rush behind to the Dragons. 8-5-53, Gisborne 2-7-19.
So the ball will come back into play for the Bulldogs. Brereton across half-back. He'll look for the short chip. Oh, he's put his teammate under a lot of trouble. Too much trouble in fact. Sanders have a chance. Ball at ground level. They can't control it. Webber was the target. Couldn't take it. The umpire will come in and send the ball into the air. So it's at right half forward. He does that now. They go up. Nolda slightly wins the tap duel for the Bulldogs. The umpire come back in and take control and say, I'll do it again. Right on the paint now of 50. Right where the 50 emblem is. Umpire throws it into the air. We're at the Sandhurst scoring end of the ground though. Player tried to break a tackle. Umpire said, yeah, can't do that. Your tackle, a free kick against Zimmer, and it'll come back and go to the Bulldogs.
So Brancaziano trying to find his teammate. Is it out on the full?
What do you think?
No, he's played the mark. The umpire's played the mark.
It is, as that didn't look like it came in, but it did just. Found Murphy. I think they might call that centimetre perfect, gents. As that's a good, strong mark.
A good, strong tackle.
Good contest, actually, between Zimmer and also Ramsey. Peels for 50 metres, but it was in a moment.
Yeah.
So definitely not there. Steinbach just calming things down. How long have you got to be, was the question being asked. And this ball gets over the back. Tell you what, Gisborne are not helping themselves out at this point in time. This ball chipped from Mins. Turnover ball. Sandhurst goes from Gillingham. This ball goes into attack. The only player back there, I think, was Bretherton. Flamick picks this one up. Steady on the right foot. Gets it to the teeth of goal. Pitches, bounces back. And Gisborne are going to get this one out of defensive 50. And that is a good mark taken by Patterson. And Gisborne will be able to relieve.
Yeah, Gisborne kicked by Patterson, goes short, finds the target in Thomas. Thomas out of defence, up towards attack. Couldn't find the tag. He's looking for umpire's found a free kick there. So that's all right. It'll play for Gisborne.
Yeah, we go to Webber.
Back into play. And he's taking a bit of time to get it. Wearing the long sleeves this afternoon. Wearing number 60 on his back. As he kicks the footy, the siren goes. And we have reached three-quarter time, and Sandhurst 8-5-53. They lead Gisborne 2-7-19. Score sponsor Don Smallgood. Don is
good.
We'll take a break.
I think he's thrown me under the bus there.
Yes, no, you're up for the challenge, Michael. We'll take a break. We're 1 quarter away from the big game this afternoon between the Dragons and the Bulldogs. The team are set and ready to fire up with the first bounce. Stay with us, though. We've got plenty to get through in this final quarter of the 2024 Reserves Grand Final in the Bendigo Football Netball League Day. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo. Contributed across the board. Stewart, Crawford gets a lot of the footy. When you look down at Sandhurst, they're a good, hard-running side. Robertson, they're really, I think that their success has been built on their run in this game.
It has been, and they've used the ball better than what Gisborne have. They've put the ball to advantage when they've come out of defence with either a short pass or a handball to get it going. They've then broken the lines and been prepared to run, whereas they've worked both ways. I think Gisborne's only worked one way.
Michael.
Just quickly, guys, it's over in the B-grade netball. Gisborne have won their first grand final for the day, 46-45, believe it or not, against Sandhurst. What an amazing game that was.
Yeah, we heard the big roar, Michael, and we looked up to see what was going on, so well done to Gisborne. We're about to get the final term underway. Our players, supporters making their way from the field. Sandhurst 8-5-53. They lead Gisborne at three-quarter time, 2-7-19. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo. Michael Van Dorser with the final quarter action.
As it's quickly tapped down by Allett, and we're going to see another ball up. Just quickly, the goal scorers for today: Jasper Stewart with 3 singles to Vlamic, Crawford, Gillingham, Montague and Zimmer, while for Gisborne it's Ed Williams and Tom Wood, the 2 goal scorers, as they go into attack. Now do the Dragons, and Bretherton's first one back there, trying to get a handball across. Can't quite do so. Quick kick coming out of the pack. Is it going to sit for Sandhurst? It will. Sidestep, great work on the right foot. Layden kicks the opening goal of the fourth quarter, and the Dragons extend their margin to a 40-point lead. Score sponsor Don Smallgoods is good. Sandhurst 9-5-59, Gisborne 2-7-19 in the first minute of play in this fourth quarter.
Yes, a great start for the Sandhurst Dragons in the last quarter. One against the wind now makes it almost impossible for Gisborne to come back. It'd be a miraculous last quarter if they were to get up.
Put mission in front of that word, and you might be right, Norm. So ball back in the middle. They haven't given up though. They come out of the centre. Nice work by Nola to get it forward so they can have a shot on goal. Shot on goal results in a goal.
Yes, lovely work, Tom Wood there. That's his second goal of the day, and excellent work from the Bulldogs out of the centre. It was great work by Nola in the ruck. They got the ball moving, and Tom Wood made no mistake.
Yeah, big Nola went up well, and it was a clear clearance from the centre. So they move on to 3-7-25, the Bulldogs. First goal first of the final term. Might give them some hope yet, Norm. 9-5-59 to Sandhurst. Score sponsor, Bendigo City Framers.
So the ball comes back in the middle. 2 goals in 2 minutes to start this fourth quarter, 1 each to both sides. Gisborne quickly come away with it again. But the first player back there is Jack Keating.
He's had a good game, Michael. Jack Keating
has played well. So he goes with the right foot kick to find Montague.
You liked his game as well?
He played well, went out of it a bit in the second half of that third quarter. Gave a beautiful goal in the first minute of the third quarter. As this ball goes forward, free kick for over the shoulder to the third in line, going Sandhurst's way. Roland gets the free kick, much to the amusement, I think, of the Gisborne bench below us.
Well, I think of amusement of everybody out there. He didn't know he had the free.
No one did, really, except for the umpire. This ball's pitched and then spun and kept working for Butler. Butler with a kick going forward, or if you can call it that. It looked like it was going further out than actually towards the forward line. And it's out of bounds on the full. Gisborne to take it deep in the furthest part of the ground away from our commentary position. As they're going to drive it up forward, and it's going to be Nelly to come in and take the relieving mark.
Yeah, it's a good play. It's a long kick, Nelly, so if he gets on this, he certainly won't kick a goal, but he'll go short to Montague, so it doesn't matter. But he would have sent it really long. Montague goes one way, was going to give off the hand pass, but in the end decides to kick to the outer side. So it's okay. They're being very patient. Campbell ends up with the footy for the Dragons. They played a really good game. Strong four-quarter footy so far, the Dragons. So at a half-back, Campbell with the footy down the line.
He does, and he finds a pack of players. And I'll tell you what, the player at the front there, Jed Zimmer.
Yes.
Norm, I think, took that mark very comfortably.
Took it easily in front of the pack there. The ball dropped and he was first in line.
So he goes
He's
out.
played well as well, Zimmer, this afternoon.
He has. He's gone out to the poolside change rooms, which is the Sandhurst change rooms for the day, and they've given the ball away for out of bounds on the full. So Gisborne, again, has been called to play on. Kick goes in, or not the greatest of kicks. Good work there for Sandhurst, trying to help each other out. Ball comes, it crosses the attacking 50. Perez gets a handball going forward, trying to find O'Farrell. That's Patrick, the Patrick variety. They play on the call. Crawford's kick. The ball was beating everybody and out of play. So I don't know why I was getting too excited.
Oh, it's a good thing to be excited. It's a grand final day, Michael.
It is.
Yeah, it is, Michael, you're right there, but as we've seen today on that outer side a lot of time, the players have stepped over the boundary line before they've got their kick away.
You reckon they'd know the dimensions of the ground by now, wouldn't you?
You'd think so.
Very harsh used to.
You're welcome. That's what you pay me for.
I'll double it too, Mike.
It's Montague gets back to get this one. Kick going back into attack. And it's holding up nicely, and I reckon it's been taken. The play's going to go on. It was taken by Patrick O'Farrell. They're going to handball it across and raffle it. And a kick goes the way of Crawford. And he's kicked it pretty much to Barnard Street. That'll be a while for that one coming back, as long as he hasn't hit my car.
What colour's your car, Michael?
White.
Yeah, I think he hit a white.
Yeah, possibly. So Crawford with his second of the day. Scores Sandhurst 10-5-65, Gisborne 3-7-25. Score sponsor Jason Westcott Builder, and local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo.
Yes, Sandhurst there, excellent use of handball to get the ball out in the open, and they found players in space. They kept the ball moving, and a player all alone in the goal square.
Well, he's a bloke as well.
Yep.
Back in the centre, Norm, Sandhurst really have controlled the footy pretty much in this game right from the start. Free kick given, and again Sandhurst with the numbers. Zimmer, he's played well this afternoon. He goes to the outer side for the Dragons, looking out there for his teammate in Keating. Can't take it at the moment though. Bulldogs with the numbers. Big tackle coming on. Umpire lets the player go to the ground and eventually will come in and take control. So it's the Dragons 6-5-55 to Gisborne 3-7-27. We've played 6 minutes into this final quarter of the 2024 Reserves Grand Final. It's been an exciting day. I can see the crowd building now towards the Grand Final. The big one coming your way from 2:20 this afternoon.
As this ball's gone up and down, and then we got a free kick for over the shoulder, and Trotter's going to pick it up as Zimmer got a little bit overzealous. Try and use as many Zs as possible when Zimmer's got the ball. Or near the ball at least anyway, as Gisborne go into attack again. Third in line again was Calvert. He tried hard, couldn't bring it down. Nolder couldn't take the ball with him. Allett was able to get back and help out, but it's been turned over. And it's Jacob Murphy. He's going to have a quick kick in. Ball gets over the back. He was looking for Tom Wood for his third, but he couldn't quite get there. Pinniger with a kick. Oh, well done there by Gillingham, although I thought he got tripped, to be perfectly honest. Simpson picks it up for Gisborne, and that unintentional, was it? That unintentional, insufficient intent. 100% all the way it was, but you don't see that played in reserve.
No, we don't see it played in country footy very often, Michael.
So umpire with the beard and also the shades on this afternoon throws it back in. He's very trendy. They're playing advantage, so they're going to let them do that, Michael. It looks like they are.
Yep.
Trotter takes the footy for the Bulldogs. Umpire said it was okay. Kicks it towards the full forward line. Nobody home, though, except for the Dragons. A big roost by Perez out of defence up towards centre wing.
It is. The players fly high with the ball bouncing just as high. Comes back through to Thinner. Thinner with a kick going forward, and it's going to be cut off and found Wharton. Now at left half back. Probably right half back, actually, if I count that properly. As Sandhurst are going to just chip it around, take some time off the clock.
I used to be left right back in the rooms when the game started, unfortunately.
As not sure what's going on here.
Not much.
Perez.
Yeah, took the mark and then went down to his onto his haunches.
It's okay.
He's up and up though. I mean, with the orange boots, you've got to make sure you're doing something to catch the eye of the
I like
players.
them. They're good.
As he goes with a kick down the wing, the poolside wing.
Oh.
Great mark there, Rory Allett.
Gee, that was strong.
No, the umpire's paid it going the other way.
Has he really?
Yeah, not against Rory though, against one of the other Sandhurst players.
For a push in the back,
Yeah,
was it?
cannoned into the pack from behind, and the umpire thought it was unfair.
Rory not happy.
I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either, because it was a good mark.
I don't blame him.
He's been a fantastic player today.
I just thought I'd join in with mine.
And 50 metres over the mark.
So feels like the game's just completely descending into a bit of chaos at the moment.
Well, we all know
Gisborne
what
have
the
an
result
opportunity.
will be, so I guess the teams are just playing it out. But it's a bit confusing, so we'll see what happens.
Harry Thomas has the ball. And the man on the mark's 30 metres out. Thomas comes in, right foot kick at goal, drifting away for one behind. Gisborne 3-8-26, Sandhurst 10-5-65 score, sponsor Rural and Outdoors Castlemaine. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo.
Nally with the footy at full back. Looking at scoreboard side of the ground, he runs his 10 metres, then he goes onto his right boot, goes long, big pack. Defensive side, close to the boundary line. In fact, the boundary line wins. Umpire will throw it back in. So the Dragons 10-5-65 to Gisborne 3-8-26. We played 10 into the final quarter. In the under-18s today, it was Gisborne 2-5-17. Sandhurst 12-14-86. Ball thrown back in. Final of the reserves grand final taking place. Sandhurst will win. Nelly got it down front of the pack. Bulldogs with numbers. Flying shot at a goal face will go through for a minor score for the Bulldogs. That will take them along to 3-9-27 to Sandhurst 8-5-65. We played 11 minutes. Score sponsor JB Restumping.
The kick came from Brent Cazziano too, Wallace. As Perez goes as far as he possibly can. Not the greatest of kicks.
Danger.
Wharton worked it out nicely. Layden gets tackled. Wharton with the follow-up out of bounds. Ball out of play. And we're going to see it thrown back in. So in front of the netball courts, tapped down by Allett. Good strong tackle applied. Ball getting out to the poolside wing, and we're going to be out of play with another ball in. Interesting game by a few of the players, Norm. I don't think we've seen a four-quarter performance from anyone out there.
No, you're right there, Michael. It's been a game of in and outs for a lot of the boys.
Yes, there's been some consistent players for Dragons, but no one outstanding. So it'll be, as a coach, you'll be pretty happy with that performance in any case. So out of sight of the ground, umpire throws the ball into the air. 65 plays 27. Dragons in control in the 2024 Reserves Grand Final. A chance for Bulldogs. They can bring it back in. Big Nolder's there. He'll get tackled, and the umpire will say, holding the footy.
His face just said it all, didn't it?
Yes, he resigned himself to the fact that he was gone as soon as he took the handball.
With the footy. Now he'll have it centre wing. Just go short. Little chip kick. It's okay. He's got his teammate down there in Campbell. Campbell takes it. He goes back in towards Nelly. Don't muck around, Dragons. You may as well go forward. In they come. Nelly does do that. He kicks it. Gee, the wind's grabbed that footy. I reckon it's gone out of bounds on the 4. It's close, Norm. It is. It's out of bounds on the 4. You can see the wind grab it. So it must be gusting over there.
Yes, it's been like that all finals, that the wind has carried the ball to the pool side.
So the ball kicked long up towards that player and Nelly. In the end, a player happy to see it for the Dragons. And Wharton fists the ball over the boundary line to be thrown back in. So in the final term, 13-minute mark, Sandhurst 10-5, 65. Gisborne 3-9, 27.
Yes, and the fizz has gone out of this game. It's a Sandhurst premiership, and they'll be all savouring the situation out there in these last 10 minutes.
What about the Coke, Norm?
They can have that too.
Has the fizz gone out of that? I need to know. So the ball rolls back over the boundary line to be thrown back in. Yeah, not a lot happening at the moment. Plenty of excitement, Michael, in that netball area, though.
It is. I'll have to get the scores
You've
up.
been keeping us updated all day. They're getting really excited. The ball to be thrown back in. The Bulldogs have it at their attacking 50, right at their attacking paint of 50, in fact, and the ball. The umpire will come back in and take it. So Sandhurst lead 10-5, 65. The Bulldogs 3-9, 27. We've played 15 minutes into this final term in the Reserves 2024 Grand Final.
So, sorry, go on.
Okay, keep going, Michael.
No, you're right. All good.
And as has been the case all day, when Gisborne get the ball, they're pounced on by the opposition and there's no chance to get it clear.
Murphy worked hard, got his kick away, but now Sandhurst are going for it again. Oh, just kicking for space. I don't know why he did that. He could have just bounced it and kept going. I'll tell you what, it's a bit of a smile coming on the face too. Patterson with a kick going forward. Quick kick out of the pack. Wood. Brancatiano it was, and it's gone out of play, and we got a boundary throw in right forward pocket.
Yeah, it was Alex Wharton, and he knew he was laughing as he was chasing it. It just came off the side of his boot.
It did, yep.
Unbelievable. He had a good laugh going with that one.
Don't blame him. He's there at the contest now. Ball at the goal post, picked up by Campbell, smothered so well. In fact, it rebounded through for minus score, so it's an own point going to the Bulldogs. So 3-10, 28 now they move on to the Sandhurst 10-5, 65. We played 15 minutes into this final term. A lot of excitement coming from the netball area. Perez takes it. He goes long. He goes to the pack. Look who's taken the mark. Norm Jenkins.
Yeah, the big fella, Ellett.
Now, Normie, am I saying that you think he's played a great game?
I am. You are, Wallace. He has.
I reckon you've been all over him this afternoon, Norm. He goes down the line. Ball spilt loose. A chance for the Bulldogs to bring it back into centre half forward. Big pack. Sexton went high. Couldn't mark it though. At ground level, they fight for the footy. Umpires letting it go. Sandhurst with the numbers now at a half back. Not for long because a tackle is applied. Again, the umpires letting it go. It goes one way, the other. A chance. They got some loose players if they can get the ball forward. They got it forward, but they didn't kick it to the loose players. They kicked it to the Sandhurst players. So Nelly with the footy, he'll go short into the back pocket.
You could argue that the Sandhurst player was the loose player, Wallace.
That's a fair argument you could play.
I don't want to argue with you, Norm, so I won't argue.
So Barber, right back in defence. Good kick. Is it a mark there? Paid for Calvert? No. Play on the call, the umpire. And they've been taken out of play. So we tick down to the last few moments of this one. Sandhurst are going to go, by the look of things, go back-to-back in the reserves football.
Yes, after a big win over Eagle Hawk last year.
Allard again with a massive tap forward. This time it works out nicely. Playing's trying to find each other and work their hard. Keating with a kick going, well, I'm going to say forward, even though it went sideways more so than up. Good strong tackle from Rowland applied. The Dogs just jumping in, trying to make a lasting tackle and lasting impression on this game. The umpire's going to come and ball it up, centre wing.
Umpire will do that. Got his nice cap, green cap on this afternoon as well. The ball not going anywhere. The umpire said the Gisborne player tried to break his way through the pack. He was getting tackled by a couple of Sandhurst players. He won't get the ball back. He better be careful. He'll get 50 metres against him in a moment. Robertson will take the footy for the Dragons. So he'll kick just outside attacking 50, kicking towards Michael's car at the Barnard Street end. In he comes, right foot job punt. He won't make Michael's car. He's looking for a teammate, can't take it. Ball kicked out of the pack, rolling beside the point post to be thrown back in. Sandhurst deep into attack, 18 gone, final term. The Dragons lead 10-5, 65 to Gisborne 3, 10-28.
So the ball comes spinning back into play. Roland with the ruck tap out, if you can call it that. He tried to lay it down for his teammates, didn't quite work out. Tap ball comes out. Flavick with a goal! Right foot snap. Just picked that up beautifully and said, thank you very much. I will take care of my second goal of the afternoon. And James Flamick gets his 12th for the season. He's 260th of his career.
Not a bad effort from the young fella there, and an excellent dribble along the ground. Got it underneath opposition arms that were trying to spoil it, and it sums up the day for me that Sandhurst, they've made every post a winner, whereas Gisborne, as I said during the call, numerous times they've tried to handball when they should have been kicking the ball long to give their teammates a chance.
Michael just showing off there. How many goals? 260 for his career.
260 for his career.
No, be a show off, Michael.
Sorry.
Ball back in. I don't know where I've seen many of them. I might have seen one or two along the way. You never know. 11, if he started in the 70s, I would have seen them. 11-5, 71 to Gisborne 3, 10, 28, 19 gone in this final term. Montague takes the footy. He takes it. He goes long towards the goal square. No mark. Ball at ground level. Sandhurst with the numbers. A calling play on at this stage. A chance for the Bulldogs now. They bring it out towards half back. The target down there was Mullins. Can't take it. Now they move it quickly towards centre half forward.
That they do, but it's left for Calvert to go and pick it up. Campbell. And now Sandhurst trying to work their way forward. Oh, it's just gone completely over the top. This is the end of reserve grade football. The way everyone's just exhausted at the moment, trying to work their way forward. Who's going to end up with this one? It is Brancaziano. Kick coming from Manders. Good kick, good lead, good mark.
Right.
That's a good passage of play for Gisborne.
Yeah, a great passage of play for Gisborne there. A lovely centering kick by Manders, and we've now got a shot on goal for Barrack.
So Barrack comes in, right foot kick, a goal. He's through for a behind, just to the outer side.
Good build up though, Michael. It wasn't your fault to kick the point.
Oh, I tried.
Yeah, I know.
Trying to bring some life into the game for us.
You're very trying. You're doing well.
Some people say that a loss.
So Watts with the footy.
The wife included.
Yes. Give it back to Perez. I'm sure she... well, I don't think she'd see you too much, Michael, after what you told us before the game. So Perez takes the footy. He goes long outside defensive 50, big pack, big mark. Norm Jenkins, how's that?
Yeah, excellent mark from Colvert again. He's shown his senior experience, especially in this last quarter.
What, 4 of those today?
At least.
Big pack mark like that, Colbert, across our back. So the Dragons will traverse from their defence up towards their half-forward line. They're on the outer side of the ground. They've got to watch that the wind doesn't grab it, Norm. Don't hug that boundary line, whatever you do. Getting back, is that big Nola down there to take the mark?
Simpson this time.
He wants to play on. He thought he was a rover for a moment, Michael. No, I'm not sure he should have done that. Ball loose at the back of the pack. Dragons are a chance. If they can grab the footy, they can grab it. Now they're getting tackled. Turnover cause. A chance and goal for Gisborne. Long kick. Who's that? Barak.
Yep.
That was a beautiful kick.
Learned from his set shot, sent it towards the right-hand goal post, and it just drifted back through the centre.
The wind didn't grab it though, Norm.
No, but he let the ball do the work
to
stop the wind from grabbing it.
That was stylish. I like that. It was one of the better goals of today. 4-11, pity I didn't know who he was. 4-11-35 Gisborne to Sandhurst 11-5 71. We played 2 in the final term, Michael.
We have, as he puts his name on the scoreboard, only 3 goal kickers for Gisborne today. 2 to Tom Wood, Ed Williams, and now Matt Barak has his free kick.
No, but it'll come back.
It'll come back.
There wasn't much in that. He actually kicked the footy as the player grabbed him, but like always, notice the players not happy to put their hands on their hips, Michael.
Yep. Demonstrative sometimes. As a bit of a barrel comes out.
Big one.
Great work there. Yes. Nelly got his hand involved and smothered it. Ball goes across to Keating. And now Layden. So Martin Layden kicked a goal in this fourth quarter.
Had so many players about this size in this game that have all played their roles and played really well.
So Layden, his kick draws a crowd. How about that for a good mark?
He's cramped up.
Yeah, it's put the footy straight on the ground.
Is that Crawford out there? I think might be.
It's a big mark.
Yeah, I think you're right. Luke Crawford.
Luke Crawford in the blue boots.
Just
he
wants to
kicks
move
it forward. There's the side. Sandhurst are back-to-back premiers for the 2024 Reserve Grade Grand Final to the Bendigo Football League. Congratulations to them. It was 3 goals to Jasper Stewart, 2 to James Valamic, and singles to Jed Zimmer, Brody Montague, Martin Layden, Hayden Gillingham as well, while for Gisborne, 2 to Tom Wood, singles to Ed Williams and Matt Barak, the goal scorers of the day. Congratulations goes to Sandhurst. They played a really good game, Norm.
They did. They played an excellent game of football today. They used the win to perfection in the first and third quarters, and they were able to bottle Gisborne up on the swimming pool side of the ground during the second and fourth quarters. They didn't allow Gisborne any free run every time they got the ball. The pressure was on, and to Sandhurst's credit, the experience from a lot of those players that they've had at senior level stood them in good stead.
Yes.
We'd like to acknowledge today medals. We have BFL starting with our goal umpire, Wayne Dick. The umpires, Wayne Cox, Charlie Bannon, Charlie Gilbert, Harry Clark. The field umpire, Steve Christensen, Cameron Nolan, Jeff Williamson, and Oliver McKenzie.
Go Charlie!
Thank you, US. Want to get a bit official today. I'd like to invite the coach to come forward and say a few words on behalf of the club. Thank you, Jeremy. Congratulations again to Gisborne on their season. Okay, now to return the medal. Final. And the recipient in 2024, number 55, Rory Allen. Great for Gisborne, taking it on up. Had a great couple of battles this year. Now, boys, unreal. Matthew Campbell. Number 10, Alley. Number 19, Peter Zimmer. Number 23, Brady Montague. Number 29, Colin O'Farrell. Number 27, Gary Keating. Number 29, Martin Hayden. Number 30, Charlie Robinson. Number 32, Jennifer Barber. Number 34, Kelly Morton. Number 36, Tom Dunham. Number 40, Oscar Perrin. Number 41, Wilson Butler. Number 43, Hayden Gilligan. Number 44, Will Pinniger. Number 46, Will Walford. Number 47, Colonel Hilbert. Number 52, Jasper Stewart. Number 55, Rory Allen. Number 58, Cameron Allen. Number 25, James Grummet. Captain, number 24, Patrick O'Carroll. Hold up, get on the coach. 2024 Gisborne Premiers. Great for footing. Warming up, fair enough. All right, well, we might get back. That's a beautiful on behalf of the team. Good. 2 seconds to Darwin Golf. Bendigo, great supporters of the West Footy League. I've got Chris Wilkinson here on behalf of Darwin Golf. 2024 Bendigo Football League Cup. The 2024 Premiers.
I'm in. What's in you? Yeah!